The New York Enterprise Report recently produced Conquering the Crisis, How Clever Small Business Owners Are Adapting in the New Economy. At this exclusive event, which was sponsored and hosted by Citibank, more than 60 area business owners discussed the new normal in 4 roundtables. Each roundtable was moderated by a blogger from a major media company. In the following segments, each of these moderators report on the highlights of the discussions.
Surprising and really inspiring to me about our group. We had a terrific group with a great variety of companies, service companies, online companies, bricks and clicks companies, and with the year that we've had, I would have thought exactly what you said, Rob, which is that people would have had to let customer service go a bit, and I don't think really anyone in our group had done that to a significant degree. First of all, fewer than half had laid anyone off. They did have issues with service because, as you might expect over the past year, customers have become more demanding. They've become more demanding of more and better service for a lower price, and that, of course, puts a squeeze. As one of our roundtable members put it, puts a squeeze on us, at every level. And some businesses had actually taken break-even jobs, for that reason, hoping for better results down the road. One of the issues with smaller jobs, that the $50,000 job had now become a $30,000 job, and yet it took the same number of people to deliver it. One of the other big issues and challenges was in converting satisfied customers, people who are very happy with the work you've done for them, and converting them to actual promoters, people who will give you, good references. And we had some very good ideas come out about how to do that. One of our roundtable members suggested, you need to, first of all, think about introductions you can make for them. Don't go first with your handout empty. Go first with your handout with something in it. Like, who would you like to meet that we might know? And, going to them that way. Another of those was, and this is actually one that I shared from another conference I had been at. We had someone who was an expert in getting referrals. Said what you want to do when you first meet your customers is set their expectations and say that we are all about our customer service. That's how we distinguish ourselves as a small business. That's our differentiator. And how we want this to work for you is we want this to be so good for you that you will want to refer us to your friends. And we're going to check in with you and see how that's going and see if we're meeting that expectation. If we're not, we want to know why, and we want to know what we can do to fix it. And I think that was one of the main takeaways a lot of people took away. Because I think all of us, and I have this personally, I think all of us are sometimes reluctant, even with a satisfied customer, to go and say, hey, could you mention me to some of your friends? And this is a way to have that conversation. As one of our roundtable members put it, you have to treat your employees the way you want them to treat your customers. And so hiring for attitude, came up. A number of our companies have ways of doing that. Training came up. There was another that was mentioned earlier is making yourself more accessible to those employees so that they have a clearer idea of what you're trying to do with the business, what your vision of the business is, so that they have the information they need to act like owners. And so a lot of people were talking about how they had made themselves more accessible during this tough period. Others took that as their takeaway. They said, this has given me an idea of maybe having open hours a certain amount of time every week where anyone can walk in or they can book time to come in.